Hey, it's Phila and you're watching Phila TV, the ultimate YouTube channel. I'm no cinematographer, just a dude with a camera and a dude with a tree. So in Japan and in the whole world of bonsai, they have this terminology called Yamadori. It is actually the collection of bonsai material in the wild. You see, bonsai isn't necessarily a type of tree. It is, not necessarily, the breed of the tree, but it's the type. It means tree in a pot is all it really means. So, you could have it with this kind of, anyways. So what it is that this is what is called a California sycamore tree. I want to show you where exactly I found this lovely little specimen of tree. What you can see is only about this tall. It's 21 inches tall, but it has been cut off numerously. It was growing inside of this cypress patch right over here on the main street, 5 houses down from my house. And the other morning I was driving by and I made a U-turn, and it wasn't the morning, actually it was sunset. So the sun blasted through these really, really light leaves that just came to life. And it was like, ooh, they like glowed in the dark. So I went back there with a bottle and a little tiny hammer, This is pretty much how the tree looked like, with a little bit more cypress growing around it. But all I had with me was a brick hammer, so I just kind of chipped away at the dirt, added a little bit of water, and came back with a shovel a little bit later and dug it out. And you can see this thing's been in there for many years. The Nabari on it is pretty unbelievable, so I was very careful to take it out and, safely get it home so I can get into a pot, because it's pretty hot outside, so let the water saturate. But check out the tips, how the tips were cut by a weed eater. It's amazing that this thing is still alive. I'm glad I scored it. Okay, I rushed home and got it into a bucket of dirt, 3 gallon. And as you can see, it's got killer Nabari. Unbelievable. It's got a great bark to it. I don't know how well this video is gonna come out, but I'll go slow. Can't really see it. Up above, you can see it was repeatedly cut off. So it slowly got to its height. But look at the natural taper. That's fat. Just sitting there on the roadway. And cleaned up the soil a little bit. Cut away, you can see cut away all the cypress that was growing, or juniper is actually what it was. And soaked the roots real well. And then came back a little bit later with a small shovel and dug it out. It's really cool. You'll look at the pictures. I didn't record there, which I should have, because it was such a neat little experience. Mind you, there's giant trees up and down there, so this was from a seedling. So as you can see, it had been cut off, and this was about the height of the juniper, that had all died back. And you can see it's had a couple cuts, so it looks pretty good. Okay, I moved it indoors into the studio for a better look at this. So you can see it is unbelievably perfect. One side just needs a little bit of a trim to get that conical shape to it, and I have not touched it or cut any branches off of it, except for a little branch right there and a couple of little tiny tips. But this is all new growth. And to hold, it'll grow through it. But the taper on this is unbelievable, just naturally. You can see this is as high as the bushes got. And the plant just getting cut at the top. Every one except for this one, because now the city doesn't trim those junipers. But it just kept coming along, and it'd grow for a little bit, and it'd come along, and they'd trim it again. And thank you, guys. It's a pretty awesome little tree. I've got the hollowed out knot in it. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's another one right there. I just kind of sprayed it with a spray bottle to get the dust off of it, but it was pretty easy to come out. And you know, I'm in Southern California and we just had 100 and something degrees, and all of a sudden, just yesterday, I saw this thing popping up, that branch right there popping up out of the juniper, the dead junipers. So I went and got some cutters and cut around it, gave it some water, saw what was going on, picked at it with a little rock hammer, picked around the soil, poured the water in there, went back home, and I go, it's gonna be so easy to get out. I got my shovel, trimmed a few more junipers, and I got it. And then closed the hole back in. It was right next to a pile of broken concrete that they were just here doing some work. I'm surprised it didn't get crushed. So anyways, it's mine and I'm going to take care of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yamadori, collecting of bonsai material in the wild. Check this out. A little secret. I know where a couple more are. Here's a little oak tree that I found growing in my flower box, and that's about 4 years old. I just chopped it after I got a little curve to it. This little maple tree I bought online, this little maple tree I bought online, and that little maple tree. I know, doesn't that look like marijuana? It is not. There you are. Pretty hot out here, so I've had the AC on, so we're good to go now. Thanks for watching. Phila TV, give me a thumbs up. Find me on Instagram, Phila TV channel. Thanks for watching.